What is going on, guys? We are blessed, not stressed, or worried about the rest. This is Life from Josh and Josh. We're coming at you with another video. I'm excited for today's video, man. It is kind of in the theme, spirit of things. It is October. We are in the middle of October, so I'm going to be talking about my favorite Halloween movies. And so, in fact, my favorite Halloween movie is actually Halloween. I have a few favorites in this trilogy, but we're going to get into that today. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, I think my all-time favorite Halloween Michael Myers films, I should say, is probably the first and second one. I believe the first one was in the 70s. I don't know if it was like late 70s or early 70s, but the original ones, the original and then the sequel to it, Halloween 2. I feel like those are my favorite Michael Myers films that are out to this day. I've seen everyone, including the Rob Zombie, including the Blumhouse ones, which are good as well. I'll talk about those later. But I feel like, yeah, my all-time favorite is definitely the first two. The first Halloween film is so iconic because it was just shot so well. The cinematography is crazy good for way back, in the 70s when it came out. The story is just so good, and I think what plays a big factor in the first two films is definitely the score. The musical score, definitely very eerie from the opening, from the opening title card. It's got that iconic John Carpenter's theme, Halloween theme. So yeah, just kind of going, listen all of why. That's just the first one. The first one is so good, but then they come out with the second one that's, taking place moments after the first one, and it might be just as good. I really like the hospital setting. This one growing up used to freak me out because I feel like, why was nobody working in the hospital? I was there only like 4 people there, and then Michael took them all out. But yeah, very eerie. Thought it was a brilliant sequel to the first one. Has the same theme. It's just so good nostalgia. If you haven't watched those, I definitely recommend the first two. A lot of other ones in that series is good, but to be honest, I like those two. And then the next Halloween film that I really like is actually H2O, Halloween 20 Years Later, with Jamie Lee Curtis coming back for that one. It's a different, take on the movie. It still kind of takes, what happened to her in the first film, but, she ran away, changed her name, had a kid, and, Michael ends up coming back to the school that she teaches at. Great film. This one had me and my roommate, on the edge of our seats watching this one because, I don't know, I really like that one a lot. I do think it's not as good as the first two Halloween films, but it's definitely up there. I would actually put that one probably 5 on my list, as the first two are obviously my 1 and 2, but my 3rd and 4th one are actually going to be from the Blumhouse, the most recent Halloween remakes from 2019, I can think it was 2021, or, when those came out. So Halloween, the remake, that one is my number 3. I feel like I just watched it recently a few days ago, and this one is definitely up there for a reason. I feel like they ran with, the idea of the first one, and this is, years later. Laurie's a little bit older, had a kid, her kid had a kid, but she's always been trained and ready for him to come back because she knew one day Michael would come back. And that's what this film is about. Really good. The acting could be better, but the story is great. Michael is ruthless, low-key very scary. And the sequel to that one, Halloween Kills, is my number 4. I do think Michael does a lot in that film. He kills a lot of people in that film, but that's what he does, the demon Thorn, takes over his body, and that's what he wants to do. He needs to kill people. Like, that keeps him going, keeps him alive. And yeah, so that would be my 3 and 4, Halloween and Halloween Kills. I wasn't the biggest fan of Halloween Ends, but I understand why they did it. But yeah, so my top 5 right now is Halloween, original one, in the 1970s. Halloween 2, the sequel to the original, is my number 2. Halloween 2019 is my number 3. Number 4 is Halloween Kills. And then my number 5 would be Halloween H2O. Those are my top 5. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of my favorite Halloween films. If you haven't watched any of those, you definitely should. They're on my top list for a reason. They'll definitely give you a good scare. It is in the, tis the season. It is Halloween coming up. So if you haven't, definitely check it out. Let me know in the comments too, what are y'all's favorite scary movies? And I'll react to them as well if I haven't seen them already. But yeah, I would play you guys the iconic Halloween outro, but I can't do the copyright. But what you can do is that you can go listen to our new song, Open to It, by Josh and Josh on Bandcamp.com. I know you heard it in the background. You can go to joshandjosh.bandcamp.com to listen to the full song. Purchasing options are also available. There is some music available on Apple Music and Spotify, but for our full discography and for purchasing options, please go to joshandjosh.bandcamp.com. And remember, with every purchase helps us spread and share our music across the world. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Open to it, yeah.